Richard Thomas, whose name is practically a byword for the golden age of television, is most famous for playing the part of John-Boy Walton on Tours. He won an Emmy and millions of hearts with his portrayal of the loving, ambitious, and caring oldest son. Though his life on film appeared idyllic, Richard Thomas's true life was filled with a misery that only a select few knew about. If you're with us till the end, we'll reveal the tragic reality of this adored actor's struggles on set. Richard Thomas seemed to have it all: a devoted fan following, a large money, and widespread renown. He was a household name when he was at the pinnacle of his career. But there are downsides to celebrity as well. Richard felt the weight of expectations placed on him to maintain his on-screen character. It must have been difficult for him to shoulder the expectations of his admirers who wanted him to live up to John-Boy's ideals in real life. Richard started his acting career at a young age. His parents were ballet dancers, and he was born in New York City into a family that loved the theater. Before winning his breakthrough role on the Waltons, he appeared on Broadway and television in his childhood. Unfortunately, Richard didn't get to enjoy many of the normal childhood activities because of his early exposure to celebrity. Even though people all throughout the country were praising him, this made him feel lonely. He had a lot of success because to the Waltons, but he was also severely limited in his acting options because of the part. While he was a huge hit with fans in his role, as John-Boy, many casting directors had trouble picturing him in any other role. Richard was frustrated by this restriction since he wanted to grow his career beyond the innocent, patriotic stereotype. Richard overcame obstacles in his private life that had a significant impact on his life's trajectory. After nearly 20 years of marriage, he and Alma Gonzalez, with whom he had 4 children, filed for a divorce. Divorce is never easy, but for Richard, who placed a premium on family, it was an especially traumatic experience. Their children took a particularly heavy hit from the divorce, and Richard had to figure out how to be a good parent and a co-parent, all while keeping his job. Regarding Richard's life, one of the less publicized problems is his health. On set, he put in long hours, frequently under intense pressure, as do most performers. He has discussed his experiences with burnout, which were caused by his busy lifestyle, in interviews. Striking a balance between his professional and personal life was an ongoing struggle that occasionally left him exhausted and dissatisfied. Richard has also had to overcome financial difficulties. The entertainment industry is often unstable, therefore he had to adjust to times of financial instability, despite his early success. For a legendary actor like Richard Thomas, this is a shocking and depressing fact, but it's true for most actors. Richard also had to deal with the difficulty of maintaining his relevance in the ever-evolving entertainment industry. Richard found it harder and harder to land parts that were a good fit for his skills and expertise as television changed and new generations of actors arrived on the scene. He maintained a career in theater and appeared in supporting roles in films and TV series after leaving Waltons, but he was never the same famous actor again. Richard Thomas has consistently demonstrated extraordinary perseverance in the face of adversity. Regardless of how bad things were for him professionally and personally, he never let it define him. Rather, he devoted himself to his loved ones, his profession, and the art of storytelling. His modesty and grace continued to motivate audiences and other performers, and his commitment to the arts has never wavered. Richard has recently taken on parts that stretch his acting muscles and push his creative boundaries. He has also been there for younger artists as a mentor, offering advice and insight gleaned from his own career highs and lows. His genuineness and generosity have kept him popular throughout. The tragedy in Richard Thomas's life is not due to a single incident, but to the accumulation of all the difficulties he has encountered. Even the most famous people have to go through tough times. His story is a reminder of that. He overcame typecasting, personal tragedy, and professional obstacles. The significance of being authentic and the strength of perseverance are also highlighted. All of us can learn from Richard's tale. A person's success might be defined less by their material possessions and more by the quality of the relationships they have and the difference they make in the lives of those around them. Although Richard Thomas isn't as well known as he once was, the innumerable lives he has touched and the work he has done ensure that his legacy will go on. Looking back on Richard Thomas's life, we can see that it was filled with both happy moments and difficult times, which is a sad truth. There have been times of profound anguish for him, but there have also been times of tremendous delight and fulfillment. Life is a journey full of ups and downs, and what counts most is how we manage them, as his narrative tells us. So, after reading Richard Thomas's story, what are your thoughts on it? Were you moved by anything he said in his story? Post a comment below to share your ideas. Please hit the like button and spread the word if you've loved this in-depth look into the life of a Hollywood legend. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Until next time.